CPS was a really critical space for me in my graduate studies at Michigan in political science, and particularly early on when I was trying to find my voice and trying to figure out what questions I was interested in. Having office space as a student kind of connected to CPS with other doctoral students was really essential. It provided you with an opportunity to connect to your peers and some of those older peers who were really great mentors, helping you not just think about your classes, but kind of helping you solve methods questions, helping direct you to opportunities or resources. There were other faculty there too. And so you would have these awesome conversations with faculty about their work, about what was going on, sometimes formally, sometimes informally. It was a really powerful space to kind of shape your thinking, shape your research, shape your identity as a scholar. I remember vividly, it was a place where we could come together around projects or classes. I remember Mike Troggett had a bunch of us in one of the bays, and he was, I think we were actually studying voting by mail. And we were doing surveys of, I believe, Oregon or Washington residents for a project. Mike was. And we were listening into the live surveys that the firm was doing with voters as they were weighing this new opportunity. And it was amazing to be able to sit in and listen. And then Mike would kind of mute it and would kind of walk us through not only kind of what the interviewers are doing, but also the logic of the interview. It was a really powerful moment. You know, there were many others like that. And I think for me, what it meant was an opportunity to see research being done and to think about how I could apply what I was seeing to my own work. I think one other thing that really mattered was CPS was a place where people from all over the country came. And so when I look back at my time, I think about the roster of real top-notch scholars that came through to give talks and presentations. And again, that widens your horizon or broadens your horizon as a scholar. And it was just invaluable to me. And then I think about the multidisciplinary kind of environment. Even though it's CPS, there were a lot of people coming through that thought about problems either through a cross-disciplinary or a multidisciplinary lens. And I think that really impressed upon me the importance of multiple ways of knowing, maybe not centering one way of knowing, and certainly not centering one kind of conceptual approach or toolkit. And to me, that just, again, was invaluable in the work I've done. So yeah, it was such a special place. Nancy Burns was my advisor. And I remember, Nancy's office was kind of, I think it was upstairs from wherever I had a little cubicle. And I remember we were working on a paper together, and I'm sure she was aware of it at the time. I was kind of clueless, but then I realized it later. I would sit in her office and we would be working on this paper, and she would be showing me, this is how you write a journal article. And it was really amazing because, you write course papers and you get good at that. But writing a journal article is as much of an art form as it is science, and being, the opportunity to be present with her and doing that, I know that was a lot of work for her to have a student in her office kind of over her shoulder watching her write, but that was really an amazing gift. And I think that you don't get that kind of experience if you're not present physically. You can't get that in Zoom, right? I mean, it really is, the physical space really matters for the kind of interactions that help us develop into the scholars that we are on. So I congratulate CPS on its work over 50 years. Thanks for everything you've done. Thanks for everything you've meant to me and so many others. And here's to another 50 years.